So the Little Mermaid teaser trailer actually hit 2 million dislikes, making it, I believe, if not the most disliked video, one of them. I forget which one holds that crown. I think it's some YouTube rewind video that has it, but other videos are up there with this one, like Ghostbusters 2016 and so on and so on. It's not very liked. People are kind of tired of these changes just to make changes. I think that's something that's going on here. And also, it's just another live-action remake. People are tired of those as well because they've all been awful. 2 million dislikes. That's something. And it happened in just a few days. You can see here this released September 9th. So, I mean, this should say something to Disney. But, of course, if you ask the media, the 2 million people, they're all istophobes. Their criticism doesn't matter. They're obviously the minority in this opinion. They don't actually represent anything. That's how it's going to be spun. And then they'll just run that message. Wait till this movie actually comes out. They're going to tell you, if you don't watch this, it's because you're an istophobe. You must not like certain kinds of people. Why is this movie failing? What's wrong with this society? Like, it's going to come out big time. So get ready for that. That's going to be hilarious when that drops. I've actually seen some footage of this movie because a lot of it leaked out. It does not look good. It looks cheap. Looks awful. Just like every other live-action Disney movie. It'll be an awful movie. The animated versions are always superior. But here's the thing. Disney doesn't really care about these 2 million dislikes. They don't really care about the controversy. They're just pumping out content, literally to pump it out right now because of Disney+. Look at Marvel. They're literally running the MCU into the ground. And the MCU is a cash cow. They make a lot of money off of those Marvel movies and the TV shows. I would imagine there's a lot of people that have signed up for Disney Plus just to watch all of these god-awful MCU shows. And they have all been god-awful. I don't think I've liked one MCU series yet. Now, the thing is, they don't care. Why don't they care? Like I've said before, because they make a shitload of money in the parks. The parks is where they make the majority of their money. This is what saved them in 2020 and 2021, is all of the money that they have from the parks. The parks were able to reopen early in Florida, so they were able to bring in some money. They make a lot of money from the parks. Never, ever forget that. However, the thing that keeps the parks relevant are their movies and their shows and the brand itself. The brand of Disney is what keeps the parks relevant because of all of the characters and the entertainment properties. They need the MCU to be hits and popular to get you to go to their parks. They need the Little Mermaid to be seen and be popular because of their parks. It's a branding thing to make their parks more popular. And I'm going to tell you right now, as someone that's been to the parks in Florida, at least in the past few years, so I doubt that they've radically changed since the last time I was there. Those parks are very dated. They look out of date. Some of them look dirty and not that clean. The parks could use a renovation and a facelift because when you walk, especially in the Magic Kingdom, not so much in like Hollywood Studios, for example, which is a little bit newer because of the Star Wars stuff, even though they dropped the ball big time on the Star Wars stuff. The problem is the parks, especially the Magic Kingdom, when you walk in there, it feels like you're walking into a 1960s time capsule, and it's hard to explain. But if you go to Futureland, it really shows. Like, the park feels extremely dated. And instead of renovating it, giving it a facelift, changing some things, particularly Futureland, I think that's what it's called. It's where Space Mountain is. But anyway, instead of changing it and updating it, they keep it as is, and they're extremely lazy with it. They raise prices, stuff like that, and eventually, if these entertainment packages that they're putting out, if the MCU were to fail, if their brand fails, like stinker after stinker after stinker after stinker for so long, and they've had several this year, particularly Lightyear. Eventually, the branding will fade as people fall out of love with Disney, and it will happen if they keep going like this. People will stop going to the parks because the quality isn't there. This is from the Daily Mail from yesterday. The unhappiest place on earth, Disney fans complain Orlando Resort is filled with broken down, faulty rides as broken robot characters as CEO Bob Chapek is condemned for inflating prices. They keep raising the prices. Big time. Disney visitors are complaining about how standards appear to be slipping. Many rides appear to be riddled with faults or end up breaking down completely. Other attractions look to be in need of a good clean and are coated in grime. Either way, prices have risen, with customers getting less for their money. Guests have said the park is a shadow of its former self following the pandemic. Notably, which is funny about this, the Little Mermaid Under the Sea ride is having problems. Here's the animatronic in there. Look how dated that looks. I mean, you compare this to Universal, which I think is a much, much better park, by the way. If you go to Orlando or even California, don't go to Disney. Go to Universal. Way better. Yeah, her mouth is broken. There's a video actually right here. I don't want to play the copyright music, but she's supposed to be singing right here. And look at her mouth. It doesn't move. It looks bad. And like notice in here, like there's a lot of, it just looks dirty. Here's the Epcot monorail. I guess that broke down. Oh, it's coated in filth. Yeah, you can see all the garbage up there. They don't even power wash this shit. Here's the new Star Wars ride that I guess is pretty cool. They had to take people off of it because it broke down again. It's always breaking down. Here's a lot of people on Twitter complaining about the quality or some kind of problem. Like, so sad, Disney has fallen so far. You have shunned so many in the name of profit while offering lower quality of service and experience, broken down rides, and closed venues. Tourists visiting Orlando should spend all their money and vacation time at Universal Studios and SeaWorld. At Disney, currently at Disney World and Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party, a complete waste of money. 4-hour wait times to see characters, parades, and attractions canceled, way oversold. Paid for Lightning Lane for Guardians of the Galaxy, stuck inside waiting for 40 minutes because the ride is broken. And it goes on and on and on and on. The priciest place on earth. It's going to cost you a couple $1,000 to go there. Like, look at this. 5 days at Disney. Total price, $8,480. For a family of 4. Which is most families, by the way. 2 kids usually is what people do. And you see it, like, here's one. This boat said it was not a small world. It's just crazy. Disney is running itself into the ground, and they might be doing okay right now. But they keep doubling down on bullshit, and people keep attending a shitty theme park that they spend a lot of money at. As the quality of their product goes down, it's going to hurt them in the long run. So keep it up. I think it's hilarious, and I'm going to laugh when the company collapses. Because the thing that keeps them up is this theme park. This is what keeps them going. And I don't think they're on a good trajectory. Look at this. Space Mountain. Look at all this nastiness on there. I remember when I saw it, I thought it looked dirty as hell. And you can see it right here. So, Keep it up. Keep it up, Disney. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.